Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, enjoying some beautiful weather out here in the Northeast. But you know whose days of enjoying the weather outside appear to be numbered? That would be Trump's arch nemesis, one Jack Smith. Now, while you were looking away, the tables appear to have completely turned on Smith. And what just happened is going to absolutely blow you away. This is obviously something the legacy media doesn't want you to know about. So, remember during those horrific Biden years when Jack Smith thought he was just completely untouchable? He was so smug. He was the golden boy, the DOJ, going after President Trump and the like. Well, gang, the hunter has officially now become the hunted. And this story just keeps getting crazier by the day. The Office of Special Counsel, this is huge. They've just launched a federal investigation into Jack Smith, get this, for doing precisely what he was prosecuting Trump for. This is poetic justice served at its most raw. Smith is being investigated for violating what's called the Hatch Act, which is using one's office to deliberately interfere in an election. And he's being investigated for tampering with and mishandling evidence. The very two charges he was trying to bring Trump down with. Smith claimed that Trump deliberately interfered in the integrity of an election via J6 and that he had inappropriately mishandled classified information at Mar-a-Lago. I mean, you literally cannot make this stuff up. So Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas, he's on the forefront of this case against Jack Smith. He didn't just ask for an investigation. He has laid out a devastating case against him with charges that will almost certainly end his career, if not put him behind bars. The case that's being put together against Smith is freaking insane. The most serious allegation involves evidence tampering in the classified documents case. So in May of 2024, Smith's team admitted in court filings that some evidence may or may not have been in the same order as when FBI agents initially discovered it during their August 2022 Mar-a-Lago raid. So Smith's prosecutors originally said that the boxes remain in their original intact form as seized, completely untampered. But then they later admitted that some boxes contain documents that were not in the same order as in the digital scans after the search, which of course rendered the whole of the documentary evidence contaminated. It couldn't be trusted since, having been tampered, no jury could ever know what was actually found at Mar-a-Lago. So that's first. Then on top of that, Smith is under federal investigation by the Office of Special Counsel for violating the Hatch Act, which prohibits federal employees from engaging in political activities like interfering in elections. So here officials are focusing in on Smith being appointed by Attorney General Merrick Garland just 3 days after Trump announced his 2024 presidential election. They're focusing on how Smith consistently timed his announcements to conflict with Trump's campaign, how Smith repeatedly timed his indictments, his court filings, and his public statements to cause maximum political damage. Smith scheduled jury selection just 2 weeks before the Iowa caucuses in 2024. He wasn't seeking justice. He was seeking to swing an election. He bypassed and skirted the normal appellate process. He failed to articulate legitimate reasons for expedited Supreme Court review. I mean, it was a clear attempt at trying to thwart a presidential campaign on behalf of the Biden administration. So he tampered with evidence, he violated the Hatch Act, and then in addition, we're now learning that Smith's team withheld impeachment records from Trump's defense team in violation of discovery rules. So this prevented Trump's lawyers from accessing potentially exculpatory evidence that would have been crucial for Trump's defense. And here's the kicker that should frankly terrify everyone. A federal judge already ruled that Smith's appointment was completely unconstitutional to begin with. This is Judge Eileen Cannon. She threw out his entire classified documents case because she thought Smith was never properly nominated by Biden or confirmed by the Senate. He was operating as a rogue prosecutor with no legal authority literally from day one. Now, this investigation into Smith isn't happening in a vacuum. It's part of President Trump's promise to clean house and hold the deep state accountable. So for too long, we know these unelected bureaucrats thought they could weaponize federal agencies against their political enemies with zero consequences. Well, those days are now over. What we're witnessing here is justice finally being served. For years, we watched as Smith and his team violated literally every norm of prosecutorial conduct. They leaked to the media. They coordinated with Democrats. They turned our courts into a campaign weapon. Now they're facing the consequences of their actions. This is why your vote mattered so much in 2024. This is why we couldn't let them get away with this lawfare campaign. The American people saw through their games and voted for accountability. Now it really does look like we're finally getting it. So what do you think? Are we going to see Jack Smith in handcuffs? Let me know in the comments section below. As always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button for breaking news and analysis you're not going to hear anywhere else. Love you guys. Enjoy the weather. God bless.